Hi, welcome back and good evening. And guess what time it is? Well, it's time to take out these rollers and prep her for her doobie. And here's my cat Sabu who wants to keep us company. So let's take up these rollers and wrap up her hair. And start with these front side ones. Her hair is 100% dry. That's how I like it. She was under there for under the dryer for at least a good hour. Let's just say a good hour. And let's take off these ones here. Look at that curl. And start to take off these back ones. Right, Sabu? What's awesome about these rollers, these bigger size purple ones, is for the back they leave the hair, straight. It gives it a straight finish. That's why I love using these bigger size purple mesh rollers. And the same thing in my other model, except for the one with the longer hair. Her requires the bigger size rollers, the magnetic, gray ones. Which are these over here. I use these for my model with the longer hair because her hair is longer than their length of hair, so her hair requires, these size rollers. So I'll put that one back where I got it. And those gray ones that you just saw, I used that for my model with the longer hair. Because I don't want to use those kind of rollers, that size rollers, on their length of hair, because I don't want to stretch out their hair too much, to a point that it, will break, and I don't want that. So this size roller is my limit for their length of hair. And this size roller on my model with the longer hair. So let's go ahead and take off these top ones. This last one, this beige one, and all her rollers are removed. Backing it into that green one. And let's comb this hair a little bit. I don't want it too curly before I, do the, purple for the doobie. Just try to, spread the hair out a little bit using this wide tooth comb here. Because I don't want the curls to be as tight, as I'm wrapping their hair. Just don't want the curls to be, as tight, as tight as I'm wrapping her hair. I want them to be looser. Because when I take down the doobie, the next day, I don't want the curls, to be, as visible. I want it to have some, body and bounce, not as curly, So it's always good to comb it out first a little bit before wrapping. And loosen up the curls that way. So now I'm going to proceed with the wrapping with her doobie. So let's start with over here where I always start. When I start my wrap. Use my paddle brush. My cat Sabu is enjoying herself. Bring the bobby pins over here so I have easy access to them. I want this doobie to be as sleek and tight as possible. You do not ever want your doobie, to be as poofy, the wrap. Because it will reflect on the takedown the next day, the next morning when you take it down. So you want that wrap as sleek and tight as possible before applying your first bobby pin. Make sure all the hair is mended together, which it always is, because I always make sure it turns out that way. I make good sure it does. First bobby pin right there, and the other one going in the opposite direction. And I'm going to proceed wrapping clockwise. And Sabu likes the brush. Well, enjoy now, because I got to use it, Sabu. Oh, you had your fun. Gotta use it. Gotta use it, Mama. Making sure it's the right size bobby pin. It's not one of those those smaller size ones. I do not use those other than for the hairdos. I will never use those for the, roller set or the doobie. I always use the bigger size bobby pins for that. They're more securable, especially when you're doing a roller set. That's why I don't ever want to, not even want to lose, not one bobby pin. Because those bigger size bobby pins are like gold to me. And I need them dearly. When I do all three of my models, when I do their roller sets, they're very, 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 very reliable. Left out some hair. We're almost done with her doobie. There we go. This last strand of hair, we won't need a comb for that because it's just a little bit of left of hair, so just smooth that last piece with a brush. You don't need a comb, because a comb is not really necessary. Just smooth this last part, this section of hair, just with a brush, because it's going to get smoothed out anyway. Whatever's left, you just go like that. Give it a really smooth finish. And we're done with her doobie. This is her wrap for the night. How neatly it's wrapped. And that's her doobie for tonight and for the rest of the week. So thank you for watching. Stay safe, everybody. Bye-bye. Good night.